All right, welcome back to Small Town Sports. We got basketball. We got Johnny and Ashton here today. Johnny decided to come out of his little hole that
But he
he's
came out
been
of retirement, eh? Like,
finally coming out of his
Yeah,
hole. I haven't seen this guy in
yeah.
months. But I'm just gonna quickly talk
Head
about the
down,
last
grind up.
episode we did. It's at 172 views in 3 days. Highest viewed video on the pod. That's just insane, man. UFC 285 was a crazy event too. So
Bones
my
Jones, man. Like,
yeah, my boy D Burns will be back on the pod. He said it. He's coming back for the next UFC pay-per-view. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. It'll probably hit 200, and everyone's like, it's just 200 views. Yeah, it's 200 views and 21
with what?
subscribers.
Like, yeah, exactly. With what?
So
15
like,
subscribers. It's pretty good. Pretty good
yeah.
traction so far.
So, but yeah, today we're gonna talk about NBA, and we're just gonna kick it right off with Fred VanVleet's his little rant that he had about the
Ready?
referee. He said Jonathan Taylor. He said he doesn't care about the fine. Jonathan Taylor. He fucked the game, and then he proceeded to keep going on by saying, the refs are fucking horrible, and we all know this. The refs are
You
they
know, the
see what
refs
they
are
want to
garbage.
see.
They've literally
Yeah,
just taken a hit on the game, I find, too, with the last, like, 2.5 seasons. And they changed the game. They called front one, text on nothing. And it's just petty calls. Like, how can't I show emotion after getting a dunk? I just yammed on somebody, and I can't get hyped about that. Or I
yeah,
just splashed a dagger 3, and I can't get hyped about that.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes the emotion out of the game.
Fred said it best. They're not here to watch you officiate a game. They're here to watch us play.
No, for real.
And I think the clear thing of showing how bad the refs were that call on LeBron versus the Celtics.
Yeah, that
When
was probably the final straw for a lot of people stepping up and piping up about stuff,
yeah.
like the call about them in general.
And Marcus Smart said the other night, they asked about the officiating, and he said, y'all see that Fred VanVleet video? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not taking a
Exactly.
fine. I'm not taking a
No,
fine.
Freddie said it well.
And Freddie tanked that $35,000.
Yeah, that's chump
Yeah.
change for them though.
Yeah, it's
That's
NBA
literally why they can say it because they know like that's nothing.
NBA money is ridiculous, bro. It's just
Somebody's year salary is just like quick fucking curse words for them, literally.
like
Yeah.
for Rui Hachimura to be making more than Connor McDavid. That just shows you how stupid, retarded NBA money is, man.
Just revenue, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Like Connor McDavid is probably the greatest hockey player of all time, skill wise, puck wise.
See, Topper's gonna have to pipe up if he disagrees because I don't know hockey a lot, but
No, he's on his way there.
if he's already passed Gretzky, then the kid's insane.
No, not points or accolades or anything. Gretzky
No, no,
holds
no,
pretty
no, no.
much
I'm not talking
everything.
about. Yeah, I'm not talking about accolade
Skill
wise. I'm
wise
talking
though,
about like in the
skill wise,
community again.
absolutely,
I'm
absolutely.
talking about community of brand, like because LeBron Jordan. LeBron hasn't passed Jordan in championships, but people will still put him as the GOAT. So I'm talking about
For his skill.
yeah,
No,
and
I'd
obviously
say
what he's accomplished, but
we're kind of getting to hockey here, and I'm kind of a casual with hockey.
same. Yeah, I'm
Jupe,
extremely.
last podcast, the first one we had with hockey, Jupe said it like he said, McDavid in this era is just so good. He's so fast. He shoots the puck so well, and then the goalies are so much better than they were back in the Gretzky's day.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it's just kind of crazy that Freddie
the
said what he
money that they
said.
make is
Yeah,
absurd. To be honest with you,
and Freddie said what he said, man. He fucking meant it. They did fuck that game. They did fuck the game over.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
what you stand on the refs, Tapper.
oh, exact same as y'all. Like I found it funny what Giannis said. How he wasn't gonna make a comment on the refs because diapers are too expensive, or he would. Because like the refs are fucked. They've been
Yeah, the
ever
refs
since
horrible.
Trey Young and like the foul baiting. That's the season I really found it started.
yeah, it's. I also don't mind that though. Like in the regular season, like the foul bait, I don't give a shit about that because it
Oh
literally
no.
guys like James Harden and Trey fall to it. They crumble in the not even the crumble in the playoffs, but they don't get those calls in the playoffs, and I like that. I wish they
Yeah.
wouldn't give them to them in the regular season, but they do. And then when it comes to playoffs, they completely 180. Which, like I said, I don't mind that aspect. I don't mind the regular season calls like bullshit fouls, like the Trey Young foul baiting. In the regular
Yeah.
season, I don't care.
But
No, but my thing
if
is
you fuck up the playoffs, keep
ever
going.
since they stopped foul baiting or calling the foul baits,
Mhm.
they need to blow their whistle sometimes now or all the time now. So now they're just doing it for fucking stupid texts.
Yeah.
Because
No, the
before the
texting's
foul
absurd.
baiting season, texts were few and far between,
No,
and
you're
now
right.
it's
Yeah.
every fucking game. Now
Yeah.
that
You're
foul
right.
baiting is gone.
Once they took out, yeah, you're right. I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that. Once they took out the foul ban, a lot more text came down the line.
Revenue. They got to make the games longer.
And in
Agreed.
my opinion, fucking, if you're not able to discuss a call with a referee, and you can't say like Jason Tatum last season, he bounced the basketball and got a
That
tech.
was crazy. Yeah.
Adam Silver needs to fucking step in and be a commissioner and tell his refs, step the fuck back. Like JJ Redick said it too. He goes, these refs are horrible. They're ridiculous.
They just have
Yeah.
so much control over the game, and they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
The amount
No.
of
I
control
remember-
they have, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Houston Harden fucking slammed the ball off the ground, hit himself in the face. Funny moment, but he didn't get no tech.
No.
Mm-mm.
And that's when
Like-
foul baiting was still around.
Yeah.
And the refs are soft now too. Like you can't say plus
Oh,
one. Like,
fuck
hey man,
yeah.
that call, what was that call? Or, hey man, look out for this call.
You can't
Or
even
where's
debate
my
it.
foul? No, it's a tech. And Scott Foster, Tony Brothers, like those are the
He's
worst
actually a
ones for it.
perfect example of it. Scott Foster, because Chris Paul literally can't win playoff games against him.
No.
He
And
can't.
crazy thing is that there's a conspiracy theory based off that Adam Silver purposely put Scott Foster as an officiate for Chris Paul's big playoff games
Mhm.
because Chris Paul is the union president for the Players Association Union, which gave the NBA players more money,
Yeah.
gave them more freedom, gave them more rights. It's what a union is. More people know what a union is. I'm under a union. But yeah, he's the president of the Players Association Union. That's what's happening in the bubble with Black Lives Matter. He collectively got the players and they decided to not do it, play games. So there's a
Wow.
big conspiracy theory that because of Chris Paul costing Adam Silver and the league so much money, the
Mhm.
investors, Scott Foster is the officiate for his big playoff games, so he gets fucked.
Yeah, I could see that theory, to be honest. I'm trying to think is what if Chris Paul did, because like for example, when the Houston games, etc., because Scott Foster loses the playoff games. If Chris Paul does make it to the fucking advances, make it to the finals, there's no way that like the viewership in the NBA finals that year would just skyrocket because people want to see Chris Paul win, right?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
I
I mean-
can see that. I could see that why it would be a theory, but there's also that they could gain a lot from not doing that.
And in my opinion, his teams weren't that great and they weren't going to draw that many views. I mean, we'd love to see James Harden in the finals, but who cares
Yeah.
really, honestly. But I think now you're going to see Scott Foster officiate a lot less of those games because of Kevin Durant. I don't think Adam Silver will fuck KD that much.
Yeah, KD's too big of a name. I just don't think
Yeah.
Scott Foster will, even if he officiates it, I don't think it'll be enough, just simply because they have Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So Chris Paul
Yeah.
falling apart and not getting the calls or etc.
And now
Won't do
KD's out. KD's out for 3 weeks. Will be reevaluated
Yeah, I was
with a
about to
high
say,
ankle
was it?
sprain.
I thought it was like 2 to 4.
I think it's 3 now. But yeah,
That's
no,
brutal
tough.
too.
he slipped
Man got
in
fired for
warm-ups.
it.
Did he?
Yeah.
No,
Good.
yeah, it was in warm-ups.
Good. Like you have one job to do, and that's clean the floor.
Oh, the guy
Yeah,
got
I
fired
know.
for it, man. Oh, I thought you said he
Oh
did it.
yeah. No.
Wow.
But like,
I hate
I
to say it, like a man should never lose his job. That's his bread. That's how he pays his bills. But you have one job to do, and it's quite literally be a janitor on the floor.
I mean, you're gonna cost
yeah,
the
but
team
I'm
millions.
looking at
Yeah.
it like, if no one else slipped, he shouldn't have lost his job.
Maybe a suspension, but to some
If
some
one
worse
man
do that.
goes up wrong, you know what I mean?
But I mean, I can slip on a court, and it's actually no. Actually, I don't even think he really slipped, Johnny. I don't know, because I watched the video. He more really just landed on it, like he rolled his ankle without kind of slipping though.
His feet went
Yeah,
out
but
from
like-
under him. That's why he
Yeah.
jumped and he slipped.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
wasn't-
Like he went off his left, and it kind of like rolled.
But your
Yeah,
Phoenix Suns, they
that's
gotta
my
blame
thing
somebody.
is, yeah, but like take a man's job for that. No one else had that happen to them.
No, that's true.
Phoenix is also notorious for being a horrible organization. So
Fair. Racist. What was it? Head coach for a long time or GM?
Owner. I think
no,
owner. The owner.
Owner,
owner
sorry.
was racist and he was a sex offender.
Yeah.
So
Killer combo.
yeah, that's
Shout
not
out
a
the
good
Mavs.
mix. That's not a good mix.
Had a
There's not many
10-year-old
Mark Cuban.
stolen from their arena.
World's fucked, man. The world's fucked. No, but
How do
yeah,
you-
Katie's
how do you
out.
do that?
Kaminga's now out for the same injury. He slipped and fell on his arm
Ooh.
and
What?
something like that. But
As long as
Now-
Durant's back for fucking playoff time, the Suns
Who
shall
gives
be
a
fine.
fuck? Yeah,
No,
who
they'll
gives
be.
a fuck?
Hopefully, they'll be fine. Because I've watched Durant come off worse injuries, but like obviously, if it piles up bad again and again, it's gonna take a huge
Yeah.
toll. But I think the
Shout
Suns
out
should be
Wiseman.
fine.
Wiseman cooking.
Oh, he is cooking in
What's
fucking
Wiseman up?
Detroit. He's in Detroit. He is
Mhm.
cooking it up. Everyone's saying that the Warriors held him
He's
back.
catching bodies in Detroit. No pun intended.
Yeah, he is.
He's eating or what? What's he putting up,
He's
Bando?
doing.
He's doing his
Oh
thing.
shit! I
I saw.
don't
I
have
saw
the
his
exact
highlight.
numbers up.
I know what you saw, Bando's that highlight mix of him.
Yeah, he actually looked like he put in work there.
I don't know if my fucking
I
iPad wants to
mean, I agree with
fucking
the
work.
claim with the Warriors. The Warriors held him back because fucking he
It's
didn't
not built
play
for
at
their
all.
times.
He just didn't play at all. They sat him the
Yeah.
entire time. And yeah, he did win that championship. He put a lot of work in there. So like, at least he got a chip, I guess. I don't know how. As a player, though, I would not feel like,
Did he?
yeah, I'm an NBA. Yeah, yeah. As an
I
NBA
wasn't
player,
sure if he was on the G League.
no, he was still on their team then, I think.
Okay.
And I don't know, how would you feel as a player with that? Like, just you didn't actually play any minutes, and like you got your chip. Doesn't
I mean,
really
that's how
feel
I'd
like a chip.
want my career to go.
Is there a ring in my trophy case?
He's
Yeah.
young.
Am I a millionaire?
Yeah,
Am I now on a team that wants me?
but that's the thing, though.
That
What you're saying is exactly. You're a millionaire. You're in the NBA. So what more do you have to accomplish besides a championship where you can contribute?
that's
I
my
think
no.
have
My
a
thing
career
is
that backs up that ring. I think that's his now
Yeah,
goal.
that's true too.
yeah.
That's
That's
true
his
too.
goal.
That's what
He's
yeah.
he's shooting the ball from the mid range. He's dominating the paint. He's getting boards. When Cade's back, you have now James Wiseman at the center, young guy, 21, 22-ish.
Hmm.
Cade Cunningham coming into his 20s. You traded away Sadiq Bey. I don't know what they were thinking with that or what
I
they
would
got in
probably,
return.
yeah. What'd
Marvin
they get back?
They
Bagley.
got they got they got Wiseman for that 4-team trade.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but they did have big problems in that paint. So now, like you got your point guard and you got your big. You got Bogdan as your locker room general.
Marvin Bagley.
And this is the Pistons, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And where do they go though? Where do you boys think they're gonna go? Young core next couple of years,
The
or like
finals.
Next 7 years maybe. Nothing.
7? Jesus.
No, it's not in fucking 2 or 3. I can tell you that for free.
I'd say the Pistons if they keep Cade. I'd say and they do have a nice little young core. I'd give the Pistons probably in the next. I give them a not Grizzlies, but kind of like a Sacramento rise up team in a 3 years, probably 3 years, I'd say.
I give them whoever drafts Scoot Henderson a knockoff version of them.
Yeah, Scoot's gonna be nice. I don't know. Like, there's actually a lot of big, nice names coming up. I'll give them that.
I don't
Amir and
know. I thought the
Amir and
Raptors.
Amaya or whatever his name is.
Because
Thompson twins.
I
there's a
don't
lot of
focus
like
on prospects.
Scoot in the same draft as Victor.
Yeah.
Yes, they're coming
Yeah.
this year.
I thought so.
Consensus number one if Victor wasn't,
Victor wasn't a 7'6" fucking ball handling fucking monster. Yeah,
7-6
color Kevin
Kyrie.
Durant.
yeah.
I
I
just don't
mean,
really want to see him go to the Spurs.
I saw something today that Chuck said, you don't have to
Yeah,
worry
that's
about being
funny.
skinny in San Antonio. I didn't get it. Can someone explain it to me quick?
There's so much good food in San Antonio, and the fact that the women down there, Chuck says they're quite big. Chuck says there's a lot of big women down there in San Antonio, and he said that for like a couple years ago. He said that they didn't like it. The San Antonio like women did
So
not
he's
like that.
continuously gonna
He's
keep
trolling.
harassing that
Oh
thing.
yeah, he's trolling. He loves it though. He said he
Wow.
My
will not have
question
to worry
is,
about being skinny in San Antonio.
does Scoot Henderson fall to number 3?
Who would be above him?
I don't know, but do you think Charlotte's gonna take him with LaMelo,
You're speaking
or
Charlotte
Yes.
though. If they don't even have
Yes.
to pick yet though, John.
or Houston's gonna take them with whoever Jalen
Yeah.
Green and
Yeah.
Kevin Porter Jr. It comes down to like their guard spots are what they want them to be.
They can
Comes
also take
down
a
to where
jump though.
Toronto falls in this draft.
Yeah, and that you're saying Charlotte really like they have the
Isn't
second
Toronto
pick.
10th seed? Charlotte's a must
Toronto is the
or
ninth
second
Yeah, but
seed.
must.
it doesn't mean
Yeah.
that they're gonna get the second
Oh, I
pick
know.
on, is what I'm saying. So it's not
Yeah,
like
I
he
know.
will drop to third.
But
He'll
I'm
probably
just
go
saying,
second.
like the teams down there have guards that they want for the future.
But like you said with the Houston one, I'm very fine with fucking I've been with Jalen Green and who?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah, we've had on our roster for what, 2 years, almost 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm down to fucking trade them and just run it with Scoot if I have to. If I get the
I guess,
opportunity
yeah.
to take Scoot, I'm taking him.
My thing is, look at what the Warriors did, passing on LaMelo. That's my thing is like, do they do another fit pick or do they do value,
Yeah,
straight value?
but Scary Terry ain't Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't need LaMelo. You got Clay and Steph. You needed a center. They went out and got a center.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, do you go pure value or do you go fit? Like why
And
they chose
Wiseman over
Wiseman
LaMelo,
over
I
Pure
think that
LaMelo?
value.
wasn't a bad
Pure
that wasn't a
value.
bad pick either. Too, it wasn't a bad
No,
pick.
he dominated in college. He dominated.
Not it's just the fact is like you even said
Fair.
they had Steph Curry and Clay. They really and it's not
Yeah.
even like a huge difference. Like they had to pass on LaMelo. I think they wanted to pass on LaMelo.
Yeah, fair enough. No,
Yeah, I'm
But if
just
we're
saying,
even
like,
speaking about fucking like, I'll continue, John. My bad.
with the Thompson twins being projected third and fifth or third and fourth, whatever they go, do you take a Thompson twin or who's 6'7",
What are they?
highly
Shooting
athletic?
guard or small forward? Shooting guard, probably. Yeah.
Either they're
Either.
like
I'm
shooting or
running.
small.
Yeah, in today's NBA, I'm running my 6'7" fucking shooting guard, probably.
yeah.
That's me though.
I don't really focus on prospects.
No, me neither. Actually, I don't know a whole lot about them. I just know the
Neither
obvious
do I.
names like Victor and Scoot, right?
Yeah.
I like to let them come into the league and then see, catch me off surprise if anything. I can be a casual for that all you want. I don't care, but I don't really.
I
Yeah.
keep up with the top 3 to 5.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't really focus on prospects. I mean, honestly, like, there's so much shit going on in the league that I don't really focus on going out of the league.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
It's a good time to be a fucking NBA fan right now. Because like
great time to be an
example,
NBA fan.
the West ran and just got fucking spiked up with talent, and yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
dropped now because a lot of people got hurt and stuff. But
Well,
it's the West and the East are both very strong contenders now, and I'm
the
so
the
so
standings in
hyped
the
for the
West
playoffs.
have completely changed. They've been flipped on their head from the 6th seed down. Dallas is now the 6th. Golden State's now the 7th. Minnesota is the 8th. The Lakers are the 9th. New Orleans is the 10th. Utah is 11th. OKC is 12th. Portland is 13th.
I just want to say Utah and New Orleans were the 1 and 2 seed not that long. I think last time I was on the pod.
No, it
No,
was
I don't think
Denver.
so. No,
It
it's been
was
a while. Yeah,
Denver.
Denver's been top of the league for a while, John.
Yeah, even
Maybe since last time you were on, I'm trying to think, but
it was
I
like a
know
month
by the
ago.
way. Yeah, maybe here while we actually are here though, because I know for out of my opinion, I really don't give a rat's ass for the top 3 seeds. Maybe besides
Fuck Denver.
Nuggets. Maybe besides Nuggets. Like I'm sorry, I'm not threatened at all or not worried about the Kings or the Grizzlies. For me, it's Mavs, Clippers, Suns, Nuggets.
I'm worried about the Grizzlies.
I'm
What if
And the
not.
Jeff was
only
a gun on y'all?
the
You
straight
never
reason
know.
why the Clippers, I'm worried about the Clippers is
Crickets.
simply star
That
power.
was crickets right there.
Yeah,
That
we don't
joke you
need to
did
go
was
there. We don't need
crickets.
not yet.
That was crickets. Keep going, Ash.
Yeah, the Clippers simply just star power. I know people are gonna be like, "How are you not worried about the Kings and the Grizzlies? They're high seed, yada yada." Regular season teams exist, and that's what they are. The Grizzlies, I don't give a shit. The Kings haven't been good in years. Yes, they make a little run in this regular season. Too young for the playoffs right now. I don't see them. Depending on who they get matched up against, and I see the Mavs, Clippers, and Warriors. I'm looking at the teams that they might end up facing. Even the Lakers, but I'm still taking the Lakers over them too. The Timberwolves, I think they'll be the Timberwolves if it started today, the
The
playoffs.
Lakers might be one of the deepest teams in basketball now. I'm not crazy for saying that either. The Lakers might be
I think it's
one
too
of
late though
the.
to be too late to worry. I think now, like
I
we're
think
fresh out the All Star break, but I can't see them making that big a push. I think they have to win like 80% of their games or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If the
Mhm.
Lakers get that 8th seed or the 7th seed, they're beating Sacramento in 6 to get the
Is it?
7th seed.
It's 8 or 7 to get into the play-in, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
and
yeah,
Is it
they're
not 10?
beating and they're
yeah. It is
so,
10 to win. It
yeah,
is, yeah.
all the way
10,
down to
yeah.
10.
They're in the play-in right now.
Yeah, and then if they get the 8th seed, they're beating Denver in 7. Because AD's now playing to his defensive self. They now have their point guard and LeBron
You have the
really back.
Lakers beating Denver in 7, eh?
Yes, I do.
I don't have
I
AD
don't.
staying healthy for 7 games straight.
Yeah,
This
I
is
got Jokic simply. I got my MVP.
this is the Golden State Warriors kind of situation with the Lakers. I don't see anybody matching up against them very well because now they have their shooters. They actually have a decent team. Now have their defensive guards, and D'Lo is back, and he dropped 28 in his first game back off an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
That's insane.
No,
Dennis
the
Schroeder
Lakers are
has
definitely a fun
23.
team to watch right now.
Yeah,
And they're underrated right now. I agree with you. I get what you're saying. I can see them beating. I don't see them beating the Nuggets. I see them because the Nuggets are too complete and they've been too complete for the last like couple weeks, months maybe. Actually, all season because they're 46-21. They already have a better. They're just each year the Nuggets get better and better. They have a better record already than they have in the past 2 years, and the season isn't even over. They have a
Yeah.
better record what they finished with the last 2 seasons.
That's fucking wild. No,
Disgusting.
it's just if AD keeps playing like this, healthy, I don't see anybody beating that team. AD, it's live or die by AD's health right now.
Yeah, John. You with the healthy thing, you're right there, and John made a valid
Yeah.
point too. Like, if can he stay healthy for 7 games, and is he going to
Not
be able
even
to work
7
Jokic?
games. The rest of the season plus 7 games.
Yeah, I just don't see him dogging Jokic. I think Jokic will. I want to say the Lakers because it's LeBron James, and I can't really doubt him. That's if they get matched against the Nuggets, which whoever
Yeah.
walks to the playoffs will face the Nuggets, correct?
Yeah.
Whoever walks to the play-in, yeah. So, and I do add out the teams right there. I have the Lakers taking the play-in.
Yeah.
I think they'll beat the Warriors.
No,
And I think they'll beat
the
Timberwolves.
play
It's
in
7,
is
8, 9, 10, right?
yeah, and it
Yeah,
plays for the
7,
7th and 8th.
yeah.
Yeah, so they'd end up facing the Warriors.
Minnesota is out. They're out.
Yeah, then I don't think they unfortunately in between too many good teams. They're between the Lakers and the Warriors.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Steph Curry is going to walk Cat and fucking Edwards. And LeBron James does not lose to the Timberwolves.
No.
If he does, it actually might be that ship has sailed, I think. If he loses this play-in, because it's not a lot of big threats here.
No, it's a now or never for this Lakers team.
Yep.
Yeah, they can't keep just coming back because what happens at the end of the year, actually, I find this happens quite a bit. You think, okay, they'll be good next year. They'll be good next year. They start shitty next year. They stay pretty shitty. And then at the same thing, rinse and repeat. They get kind of going near the end and it's just too late.
You can call me crazy, but I think the Lakers should move on from the Kyrie Irving signing. I don't think they should try to land him next season. I think they should extend D'Angelo
disagree.
Russell. D'Angelo Russell simply for Rob Pelinka's job and the future of the organization. D'Lo is still very young. And if he's playing like this, LeBron moves on after next year. You still have AD, you still have D'Lo, you still have Rui.
There's absolutely no way I do not. If it's a straight up 1-1 trade, I'm not. I'm 100%.
It's not. It won't be a trade. It'll be
signing. No, perfect. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Signing.
No,
so yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
100% cutting
Kyrie.
D'Lo. I'm
I
taking
don't
Kyrie
like
every
what
game.
Kyrie's doing in Dallas. I don't. He's 1-6 on Dallas.
That's team record though. I mean,
That's
like
on him,
individually,
though.
he's
He's
not going to
playing
be able to
good.
bring them back.
I know.
Kyrie's been hooping good all year. I'm
What's
taking him
Luka?
all
Owen-
day over fucking
Is it
D'Lo. A
Owen-
little crazy that I allowed you to say that, Nikola Jokic. That is
No.
wild.
No, I
Is it
say
him
you
and Bron
keep
together?
D'Lo. I say you keep D'Lo, man. I don't know why. I don't know. I love this Lakers team. I love the fit.
I think
Is it
and the fit would
Luka
better
who's
with
0-3?
Kyrie and LeBron.
But you got D'Lo, Malik, and Jared Vanderbilt who all have chemistry. They're now your core guys.
You
But
bring
you can have
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie could just click like
Who's
that. He
not
can
a
work with
team
those guys.
player? He's not.
Luka's the one who's
Who are we
0-2,
watching? Kyrie is a
0-3.
team player. Kyrie will get you fucking 27,
Oh.
6, and 4 or 5. And Kyrie
It's
is
not
not.
Kyrie taking that last shot.
And guess what? With LeBron, an
It's been
actual
Luka.
father mentorship, a father role, if LeBron is sick as it says, because they're grown men, he will lead Kyrie on a straight path. Kyrie's matured from Cleveland. Kyrie and LeBron together, I'm sorry, we can't pass that up. And LeBron, his last couple good years, I would love to see.
If it does happen next season and they win the championship next season, both of you can shoot me in the back with a paintball gun. I'll say it now.
Oh, bad deal. Yeah.
But
I don't
I just
think
wanna
they'll win the
say-
championship, but if they get together, 100% they're now.
Fuck Kyrie and LeBron. Kyrie and Davis would be fucking disgusting.
Kyrie with any big, I think, would be filthy. He hasn't really had a big in his career.
Tristan
never had
Thompson.
No.
yeah, he's always had Tristan Thompson.
Yeah,
Aside from Nick
Horford.
Claxton.
Yeah, but I'm talking about an all-star caliber big. Like, he's never had one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
Kevin Love. I'm not counting Kevin Love. He's not like that big body presence. Like, and you're right though. Anthony
Is
Davis
he
would be
on the
filthy, too.
Heat team? Is he playing
Love?
minutes? Yeah. Is
I don't
he
think he's
playing
on the
minutes?
Heat.
Yeah, he signed with the Heat. He signed with
serious?
Yeah. I think he played. Yeah, I think he's playing.
Oh,
I
fuck,
think
that's
he
so
played a
weird.
couple
I
nights.
cannot
Miami,
see.
by the way, Ashton, since the last pod, Miami has now moved to the 7th seed.
They
They're in
went
the
up or
playoffs.
down?
They're in. They're in. They went
Oh
up.
wow. Okay, so well, bite my tongue now, but
I
I think
Oh, they're still getting bounced in the second,
yeah.
but yeah.
I'm sorry, and like I said,
First.
the East. If we're gonna talk about East in general, yeah, first who if they're 7th, they are getting bounced in the first.
They're
The top
fucking
four in-
Boston.
Celtics,
They're fucked.
Bucks,
Fuck.
Sixers. They
Cleveland. The top
Yeah.
4 in the East should all walk.
I think they
Walk
could.
that first round.
I think they could beat the Sixers in the first round, I think they could. I'm not saying they
Yeah,
will.
because
I
Jimmy
think they
think they
Embiid's
could.
could.
dad,
I
but
think they could.
I
Yeah,
respect that
Jimmy
simply
is
because Jimmy
Embiid's
Butler,
dad.
right?
Jimmy Butler turns up and James Harden turns off in the playoffs.
Although
So,
like a lot of people, because I had this conversation with a couple other people, James Harden has this like persona that he like crumbles in the playoffs. Last season in Brooklyn, he didn't do that bad previous to Brooklyn, like in his Houston, I think, run or something like that, or the Sixers. I know James Harden hasn't had that like shitty of a playoff performance in the
He
last
shit
like
last year.
3 years. Yeah, in the
yeah, he shit the
Brooklyn one.
bed last year.
Or it's the Sixers, my bad.
He shit
Sixers
last
versus Heat.
year and the year before.
Maybe I'm just trying to
Embiid,
defend a dead body here, but like
I don't
the
think you are.
Sixers, I think James Harden has had a kind of a not crumble, but he's kind of held his own a little bit within the last 3 seasons.
Well, I think
my
it comes
problem was
down
last
the
year.
last year he folded with the Sixers, but the one in Brooklyn you can't blame him for.
No, he's
He
coming
came
off a
back with
hamstring.
he came back with an injured hamstring, and he
Yeah,
simply
I
came
mean,
back to help Kev.
that was the worst of James Harden I've ever seen in my life. I was actually like, what the fuck? Like I was
Yeah.
mind blown.
Who is this
Anytime
guy?
he got the ball, I was concerned for the team. I did not want him to shoot it. I wanted him to pass it up.
I
It was
mean,
brutal because
last
that's
year
James
he
Harden.
Yeah.
did nothing but pass. He didn't shoot
Yeah.
a shot in the second half of a closeout game
Yeah.
without Embiid. You
Yeah,
do
so I'm
not
talking about
do
my
that
answer
as
here,
the
yeah.
second star.
But the Sixers have
No
had the best
shots,
record for the
bro.
last 2 months in the NBA. The Sixers have been dogs the last 2 months, but they are a regular season team because I've watched them get bounced by the
37 points
playoffs.
per game,
Yeah.
Houston or
Yeah,
Harden.
I've watched them literally get bounced in the fucking. The Sixers have had a good. They've been a top 3 seed for the last like 4 years, man, in the
Yeah.
East.
Yeah.
And I've seen them get fucked every time by the Celtics or Bucks. They just.
Yeah.
But with that, it's hard because
Raptors.
But see,
they've
the
had a
thing
great fucking run so far.
with the thing with if they face the Bucks, they're throwing Drew Holiday on James Harden for every game, and I'm
Oh yeah, the
sorry,
Bucks simply
Drew.
Giannis.
Yeah, Drew's also gonna hurt Harden on offense. He's gonna lock him up a bit. It's gonna give him trouble.
Yeah,
So,
where Harden is at as in a career, I agree. He's not his 36, 37 points per game. He's not him anymore.
no.
He's not going to nearly be a threat. And he's just not a threat in the
Man.
playoffs for points, I find. For like scoring, he isn't a threat in the playoffs to begin with. So with Drew on him, a great, arguably defensive player of the year 2 years ago.
Yeah. And
Like the last 2 years, he's for sure he's gonna run issues for Sixers. But then Joel Embiid, it's who they get matched up against. And I think they can avoid they're a top
In
3 seed, so
injuries.
they'll avoid like the Bucks and the Celtics for
Yeah.
2 rounds or at least a round for 100% a round.
And I kind of want to backpedal here quick because you said something about Yoke being the MVP, and for like the regular people who actually watch this and they
Mhm.
want to hear what we have to say about Kendrick Perkins, we're not covering that. We're not going to say a single thing about that on this pod. I'm not going to lie. JJ
What did he
Redick
say?
Redick closed the conversation for every person who wanted to talk about this. We can't do better than JJ Redick. We
Yeah.
can't. He said that the only reason Jokic will win the MVP this year is because the voters are racist and
Yeah.
and that 80% are white. The girl came out also on First Take and then proceeded to say, we're going to correct Kendrick Perkins. It's a 50-50 voting situation. It's very diverse. And then JJ Redick also went on to the point that there's cameras installed in each NBA arena now to track who creates the best shots for their teammates.
That's literally how
And
you
it's
get advanced
Jokic.
statistics. It's been
Yeah.
Jokic. Yeah, it's been Jokic.
So, yeah, I don't really want to get into that because that's really politicky and it's kind of not our thing. We just kind of cover
And
sports.
just a more only a joke side, it actually shows how this context to everything too, because Chuck literally made a joke on TNT the other night saying like, "Oh, Shaq said he's voting for Giannis for his MVP." Chuck literally said, "Only because he's black, you're voting for him."
Mhm.
Chuck and Shaq, it's clear as day a joke. But the context, what you didn't see the video, I just seen a quote on Instagram, and the
Yeah.
comments were flaming Chuck. It's clear as day a joke. That's why you need context for everything. Just
Yeah,
because look
no.
what Kendrick's Perk started. Look what Perk started.
Yeah. No, Kendrick Perkins will be off the TV after the season, I
That
think.
never crossed my mind once about fucking racism when it came to
No.
voters. Not
No,
at all.
it's based on play and fucking Nikola Jokic, he doesn't pass the eye test for Perk. Perk is kind of a Vince McMahon in the way of he likes big, strong, burly men.
Yeah, deep dive stats. You're right. It's Jokic and like the beginning of the season or even halfway through, I thought maybe Tatum was making a low run there for a little bit, and I would love for him to win it. He's not. It's faded. He faded away. But now Jokic and Giannis, I'm taking Jokic. Just crazy that he's going to be our back-to-back MVP first time since Larry Bird.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Giannis does have the better record, 48-18, and the tougher, I'd say, division.
Yeah.
Is he still on that streak though?
Giannis?
Yeah,
Of what?
Yeah,
What
winning.
was the streak?
17 win streak.
No,
No,
I don't think
No,
so.
no, I don't think
when
so.
they lose, because it was a couple nights ago they were still on it.
But if we're speaking about MVP here in general, I got it because Giannis, if he wins MVP, that's great, yada yada. But I think the guy who needs to generally just prove the most in the MVP conversation in the NBA in general is Jokic. You're a 2-time MVP, and you've been to the Western Conference Finals once. Never sniffed the final. You didn't get to the finals, and you are coming up on your third MVP. Time for you to do something.
Time for
Yeah,
them
time for
Simple,
you to
because guess
win.
what? And it's an actual fact. I seen this the other day as well.
They lost to the Sixers 133 to 130. Keep going, eh?
Oh, okay,
You realize people who have 3 MVPs, every one of them have a championship. Actually, they have like 36 or 20 something in between them. 30 to 20 championships in between everybody who's won at least 3 MVPs. Jokic has not. Jokic hasn't even made the finals. So if Jokic wins his MVP, he needs a championship, I find. To just complete his legacy. And
I
it's
mean,
kind of like you're the
Jok
MVP, but you can't even fucking get to the finals, man.
Jokic is only 26.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
got time, yeah. He's got
Yeah,
time.
he's 26, and I think that he's leaving Denver whenever his contract's up.
I think he'll stay in Denver. I think he probably stays his entire career there.
He'll be 31, so I think he might leave.
And the thing, if you want to fall back on the 2 MVP, say he doesn't win,
Mhm.
he still needs to I find, still win a championship. The only people with minimum 2 MVPs and no championship are Karl Malone, I think Karl Malone, Steve Nash, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but Karl Malone and Steve Nash, and so one other individual are the only people who have minimum 2 MVPs and not a championship, which is wild. If you're the best player in the league for fucking 3 times within the last 5 years, go win an NBA championship. I get you need a good team, but Jokic, like we said, has a 46 and 20 team or some shit like that.
Yeah. He has Porter, he has Gordon, he has Murray.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the team.
It's time for you to go win an NBA championship now,
Yeah.
pal. You've dominated the regular season clearly for 3 seasons. And you're going to be back to back to back is crazy. We haven't seen it since Larry Bird. Literally like 30
And only Bird.
years. Yeah. Only Bird.
And Jamal Murray's no slouch this season, in case anybody's kind of trying to knock him. He
good.
is no slouch this season. He is on one.
He, like Tapper said, he has the little team there. He has the core. Like Jokic, excuses are falling short for Jokic, I think, here.
He's got good players.
I like Jokic, but now it's time for you to actually, let's see if you're that guy who can make that next leap. I'd love actually to see him win a championship. I don't care.
Giannis did it.
Exactly. And most times than not, when an all-time great wins a championship, they usually follow it up a couple years later with another one.
Yeah.
Bucks for finals.
Bucks or finals, I got finals. If we're making, like I said before, and I'm ready to die on this hill, whoever makes it out the East will be an NBA champion. Yeah. And I got the Celtics personally. I think
unless the Warriors pull a miracle out of their ass.
That or no, an actual statistically, Johnny, I looked into it too. It's almost not impossible, but the odds of them winning the championship's absurd. The last team to win a championship with a road record like them was crazy. I think like 60 years ago.
What's their road record? Isn't it fucking horrific or like horrific?
It's like 2 and like something. They're not even 2. It's like 5 maybe. Like it's crazy. They haven't won a lot of games out on the road.
That's why I said they gotta pull a miracle out of their ass.
I'm not gonna lie though, if Gary Payton comes back doing his thing back with the Warriors, they might do it.
Didn't they had to like cancel that trade too because he didn't pass the physical?
Nope. Warriors went through with it.
Oh, they did, eh? Okay.
They said we're gonna do it. I think that wasn't. I don't think that was a GM decision. I think that was a player ask. I think it was like a Clay or a Draymond or a Steph ask. We want Gary back. Can you go get him? Yep. I mean, you pulled the trigger on Wiseman. You weren't using him. You don't want to pay him. Get him the fuck out of there and ship his ass to Detroit.
Now I know
this is contract season or next year for Wiseman.
Next year, LaMelo.
Okay, because they got to get they got to get value of they got to get value before he just walks because there's no chance that he re-signed. No chance.
No, he was very clear that he did not like it there.
I want to adjust something. Oh, Westbrook. Okay.
In the Clippers. They're getting it together. They're winning.
A lot of people are saying, the Westbrook. Them losing in general, I'm not blaming Westbrook. They faced good teams.
We covered this last week.
Yeah, they faced good teams. I'm not blaming Westbrook for the Clippers. People somehow thinks you get rid of Westbrook, their chances to win the title will go up.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Don't get fucking rid of Westbrook, and your championship odds will go up. I don't think so.
He's literally not a negative.
Pardon?
He's not a negative this year.
No.
To the Clippers, no.
No,
No,
he
he
is a
wasn't. He
positive.
wasn't
He's
a
a
negative to
positive.
the fucking Lakers either. I'm sorry, they
Yeah.
like to blame him. He wasn't to the negative to the
Well,
Lakers either.
no. He wasn't the problem with the Lakers. It was the way he plays was the problem with the Lakers.
Mhm.
When he
Westbrook needs,
started.
well, yeah, Westbrook needs the ball in his hands to be dominant, and he needs a big that will do what he says. And AD's not that big. It's why it worked with
Steven
Steven
Adams.
Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's why it worked with Clint Capella
Well,
before
yeah,
they
because
shipped
okay,
his
you're right
ass
because
out. But
they're bigs
yeah,
that aren't all NBA bigs. They're not. They're bigs that without an ego. They're bigs without something to
yeah,
back them. Essentially, Anthony Davis, he's better than Russell Westbrook. So why the fuck am I going to take orders from you?
yeah,
Why am I going to
yeah,
help you, regardless if it's a team game? I get that, but you're right because
yeah,
if you're telling me what to do on the court, I'm going to feel a little insulted.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, I mean the Lakers and the fucking the Westbrook, it was destined to die before it started.
Yeah, that shit. I actually surprised how long it went.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is what was going to happen for the Lakers before LeBron said he wanted Russ. LeBron and AD said they wanted Russ.
Yeah.
They were going to trade Kyle Kuzma straight up for Buddy Hield from this was what Magic said because he was still a part of the team at this time. I think, or he was still close with Genie at this time. Something. He was in the offices. And he said that you trade Kuzma and a pick for Buddy Hield. Now you got your wing. And DeMar DeRozan has even came out publicly saying that the deal was done with the Lakers. 4-year, not very expensive. I think it was the same deal he has with the Bulls. 4 years he was going to go to LA. And he said like he went down to Mexico for a week. He wanted to get in the right headspace.
Mm-hmm.
Starting a new team. He went on vacation. Kyle Lowry called him and he said, "Hey, thought you were signing with the Lakers." He goes, "I am. The deal's done. I just got to sign the contract when I get back to LA."
Mm-hmm.
No, they just traded for us. And DeMar said he felt deflated. Like they told him, "We're signing you. The contract
Yeah.
will be printed up."
Way better pick up would have been too.
Yeah. Like, well, you get Buddy and DeMar, and now you got cap space and you keep KCP. All you got to do is get rid of Kuzma.
The Lakers have been a big what if team for the last year and a half, I found.
Yeah.
What if
I
they
think
sign them? What if they sign, etc. Like a big what if.
They've
Yeah.
always been a what if team.
Yeah, I mean heavily though, you're right. Heavily after since the bubble, really. It's been huge.
Yeah.
This
One thing I
debate.
do
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, one thing I know that this is kind of off topic, so if you're gonna can talk about the Lakers still, continue. I just really dislike this individual, and I would love to cover some garbage he keeps speaking because I don't know who keeps putting a mic in his face,
I want to
and we
talk
know
about
who
an
it is.
individual I like too after
Yeah.
Ashton.
I mean, if we're gonna go into it, it's a Dylan Brooks, bro. The slander he just put on him. I don't like him, bro. He infuriates me, bro. Who keeps asking this chump anything? I've said it before. I don't know how he's in the NBA. You're beefing with Draymond, one. When Draymond is 10 times the player you would ever be. This guy's a chump, bro. I hate it.
Facts.
No, he just is, man. Like, and so we need vets in the locker room. Someone asked him, the Grizzlies could use some vets in the locker room. Fucking right, they could.
Okay, my
Carmelo
final
Anthony
straw was he
isn't a vet.
disrespected Melo.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Melo actually has put up better numbers than him in the last 2 years, man. When he played, Melo put up better numbers. He did. And maybe not defense. The only reason I know this is crazy, I want to say I'm taking Melo every day of the week over him. The only reason I might consider
I'm
Dylan
taking
Brooks,
JR.
simply off
Nah.
fucking defense alone, simply off defensive presence. Might be the only reason. Only because Melo is a slump defender. But if Melo was even a smidge of a defender, yeah, it's him every day. I don't care how old Melo is. Melo put up generally better scoring numbers. I think better field goal average. Fucking, he's outplayed Dylan Brooks. And you have the audacity to say, "Oh, he's not a vet. He's trying to make a comeback in the league." No, Melo's a vet. You don't know what vet means. Just because I'm giving you 13, I'm still a vet in that locker room presence.
Yeah.
Simple.
Because guess what? I'm also gonna sit you down and say stop running your fucking mouth. Draymond
just
Green
gonna
even
Draw
said
to
it.
put away that gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, he would've.
Draymond humbled him, hopefully. Told him.
Draymond told him. He basically said on his podcast was
Yeah.
he goes, "I got 4 rings to." I'm summing it up because I'm not doing his whole speech. I got 4 rings to your 0. I got 6 All-Stars to your 0. I got Defensive Player of the Year to your 0.
And just a hard quote he hit him with is, "A dynasty doesn't start with you, it starts after you." Like, that's brutal for him. He's insulting that poor guy. And he's not a champ. He's a clown, like Draymond said.
Yeah. And I'm
And they
sorry.
whooped his
This
ass
is
last year.
this is Dylan Brooks' prime, and he's putting up 8-2 in like 1. Okay, this is your prime, buddy. Draymond
On
Green in
30%
his
shooting.
prime.
Yeah, at 2 for
Draymond Green
13.
Draymond Green in his prime change the 2016 finals if he fucking played. He
He
did.
wasn't
No, not
suspended.
even that, Nick. Nick, not even that. You're right about that. He actually did play and he changed the 2016 finals, and Steph Curry choked. He couldn't bring it home for Draymond. Draymond gets that finals MVP. Simple.
People forget Draymond used to have a strap on him too.
But
He was
backpack
a
shooter
3
Dre,
and D
yeah,
boy.
backpack shooter Dre was hooping that series. I think he put up. You actually won't believe it. If you go look at his numbers, 15 years from now, people will actually be like, "What? How did Draymond Green put that up in a finals game? It's out of
Because he's
pocket.
Draymond Green.
It's out
He
of
has a
pocket."
reputation for being a dirty player. That's why he gets slandered.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah,
nothing but love for Draymond on this fucking channel.
I love
Nothing
Draymond.
but
I
love
do.
for Draymond.
And what he brings to the team, he's one of those guys where you look at the box score and you're right. Draymond isn't worth the money you're paying him box score wise. But when you put him on the court and you see what he does, he contributed for 3 out of 4 of those championships. The only one I don't want to say he did a whole lot was the last one. And he still put work in, but like if
My
you
only
want to
problem
bag
with
him on one,
Draymond-
He was what Dylan Brooks considers isn't a vet. He was a locker room presence.
Dylan Brooks he wants to be Draymond Green. Essentially, he does.
Dylan Brooks
problem
is a Walmart Patrick Beverly.
Fact. My problem with Draymond is he's the odd player that you take him, like you put him on a team with no stars and his shit's not avoided. Like he averaged nothing. He's not doing nothing if he has nobody around him.
You're right, but that's what I'm saying though. He works
'Cause, like,
better. He needs
Yeah.
people around him. Like I'm sorry, and I know I was praising Draymond, but Draymond huge benefited off being with Steph Curry in his career just as much as Steph Curry benefited off Draymond, though, I think.
Absolutely.
The season that Draymond played without Clay and Steph.
Yeah.
Next year, I think you're going to see the new look Lakers again. To go back to the Lakers, we're going to get off them right after I say this. You might see Kyrie and Draymond on that Lakers squad next year.
Oh no, I think Draymond will never leave. I think he stays the Warriors.
He's meat riding Braun.
He's always been in love with LeBron James. Unfortunately, though.
Did you see what Iggy did to him?
Injury.
I think last year when he played alone without Clay and Steph, he did.
I thought he faked an injury this year to go to Braun's birthday or something.
Probably. It's Draymond. No.
Yeah, he is in love with LeBron James, though.
Yeah, he loves his boy Braun. He loves him. No, Kyrie and all that. We kind of talked about that a little bit. Is there anything you boys want to bring up?
Yeah, the player I like in the league.
We've been going off. We kind of been going free ball here. We've been going off free ball here.
Yeah, we can write up a script here. Not I'm gonna lie, but probably next week get some good questions thinking out because a lot has to happen, right? And Tapper, I'm gonna let you go off Mikal Bridges because I actually like that he's on the Nets now. It's cool to see him on the Nets.
I have a statistic right here. Actually, one sec. I just gotta pull it up.
I want to bring something about Kyrie, then I'm curious on your guys' opinion on it. If you want, I can bring it up quickly.
He hasn't had a game without 30.
Who?
If I'm not mistaken.
Mikal?
No, he has.
He has.
Okay, so this is the stat. I found it. Mikal Bridges is the first player in NBA history to average 25 points per game, 50% from the field, 40% from the three, and 90% from the free throw line in his first 10 games with a new team, essentially.
See, and I think Tapper will agree with me here. I hate those stats. I think are fucking stupid. They reach so hard because guess what? He's the only person to do it, but like they reach okay. Like it's sick as it's impressive, but it's 10 games. If he did it for 8, they would have said he's the only player to do it for 8. He's the only player to do it for 5.
Fair. I'm just saying I like that statistic.
Oh, 100%. That brings a lot to the table. It shows what he's doing.
Everybody said that, like that obviously the Nets didn't get back the value that they should have for Kevin Durant, but they still got a young stud.
Yeah,
they got Cam Johnson, young stud. You got Dinwiddie, who's back. He'll probably get an extension this year. Who else is coming off the bench for Dinwiddie? Cam Thomas.
And
Ben Simmons will be bought out probably by the end of next year.
What the fuck happened to Cam Thomas?
He's off the bench for Dinwiddie.
Mm-hmm. Did not play 8 minutes a game. Like, man just dropped 3 40 bombs and now they're sitting him?
No, the Nets have been disgusting for Cam Thomas. His numbers did drop, though. They did, but they should still, I'm sorry, like you said, 3 40 bombs. Keep playing the kid.
I did watch one of the games, his slump after he had his 340 bombs. Homie was chucking. I get why they're doing what they're doing. He's got a little ego on him, but as he should. As he should.
Yeah, but did not plays are a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, he should be playing fucking 20 minutes a game. Don't get me wrong. At the minimum. But
especially if you're not contending.
Yeah. No, they're not contending, but they're going to be in the playoffs this year. I think they will be in the playoffs.
I don't know.
They're not a contender. They
No,
might
never seen
bounce
it.
your favorite team. They might bounce someone's favorite
They
team
might be a
though.
quick little dark horse because I find
Yeah.
Kyrie and the Nets, Kyrie and KD put them in a nice little spot for this, for kind of like maybe a nice little playoff run. But
Still a game.
on the Nets, I did want to bring up this. Kyrie said, and it's kind of true. I agree with it for sure, actually, 100%. But then I disagree. The sports betting, we all gamble. The
We're
comments he made
going
about
here in
sports
20
betting.
minutes.
Exactly. This comments he made was that gambling and sports betting has completely taken the purity and the fun away from the game at times.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being a diehard fan and supporting your team and loving your team versus somebody that's betting on a parlay or somebody that wants to hit.
Absolutely.
I agree and I don't, because one,
Yeah.
the stakes you just throw in, even I don't care if it's a fucking $5 bet. The stakes, it makes the game more interesting. But then again, I bet
And
on
with
Kyrie and he doesn't hit.
Yeah.
I'm mad that he doesn't. There's certain players generally they piss me off because they haven't hit. It takes the purity away from the game and the fun.
See the thing
Fuck
about that.
Westbrook.
There you go. See, like
Yeah.
Westbrook, for example, like and I'm trying to think. LeBron James, I love LeBron James. The guy's never fucking hit my parlay, so I try to avoid fucking betting him away from. And it gets people mad at certain players too.
Fair trade, honestly, like I stopped betting on sports because I'm a degenerate, not because it takes the love out of the game.
It makes it fun for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching games
Yeah.
more when there's that
I just
stake.
For me, gambling was kind of throwing my money away. I wasn't watching the games enough, but the thing with that is you can bet on, say, like Luka averaging 36. All right, he's gonna stop this game, but he's gonna get in 60. And now you're gonna get mad. It takes that fun out of the game because Luka just dropped 60. You should be hyped. That's crazy. He dropped 60, bro. But
that's how
you
I
bet on that man's under.
Yeah.
So no.
I only bet on the overs, and I only bet or majority of my bets are Cleveland and
But,
Dono
like,
because
if
that's
you're
my
betting,
enjoyment.
No,
and
see, that's
here's
the
the
thing
thing, if
too.
you're getting mad at a role player who's not hitting your parlay, if you got dumb bets, like you want if you want the sixth man to go and get the first bucket of the game, all right, buddy, you deserve to lose your money. Why don't you just put it in the fucking blender too while
No,
you're
yeah,
at it?
for real. There's smart. Well, there's really never really smart bets at the end of the day. There isn't.
But
in my
there's people
opinion.
who know
That's for the
how to
chip.
bet.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, Johnny. But Kyrie doesn't actually like. I'm sure 80% of the people who watch regular season games, I agree.
They're
with this.
all
Like,
gambling on it.
oh, they're gambling because regular season games they mean something for like season and playoff like where you're gonna land in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But bro, majority, like I'm a NBA fan. I'll just casually turn a game and watch a game. But if I'm gonna watch more than 3 games a night, it's because I have money on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only sport I will watch to watch it for the sport is like 3 games a night. Like I need to see these games. Like I want to watch these games. Is lately hockey for me because it's so fast paced. I love the way it's been being played this season. Last year it was basketball. I watched every single game I could. I wasn't even betting. I was just watching them. And then next
Mine is
season
the NFL.
Next season will be football for me. I gotta watch the Colts and I gotta watch the Patriots.
I watch the odd NFL game for actual NFL, not
Yeah.
for betting, because I like it. It's cool.
Well,
There's three-
if
No,
we're speaking about betting, we know who's gonna hit tonight, regardless. So it's A saves.
I need you there tonight because you're my good luck charm, bro. Whenever you come and you lose, I get hyped because I know I'm
Me?
walking out with something.
Let's
Every time
go.
you lose, I walk out with something. I'm
Crazy
leaving
picking
with
up Bando too.
Yeah. As Denzel said, I'm around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Yeah.
Denzel's a goat. I want to do a
Love
movie.
Denzel.
I want to do a movie podcast soon. I think that'd be
I actually
awesome.
seen a what's it called too. If we're speaking about Denzel, I seen a probably I know this is completely off topic, but I'm letting you know. Denzel usually hits for me. Usually, like 9 out of 10 times. I don't think I've seen really a movie.
I've never seen a movie where I'm mad at Denzel's acting. The Equalizer
movie I
1 and
watched,
2. I don't
like them
know
both.
if you've
I love
watched
them
them.
both.
Oh my God. Denzel is the coldest motherfucker in those movies that I've ever seen.
He missed for me the other day, actually last night.
What do you mess on?
The Little Things with Jared Leto, him, and Rami Malek.
I haven't seen it.
Don't. It's not that good. It was more of a kind of a waste of time, honestly. Just shit happened in the movie, which didn't really. I don't know how they got to point A to point B. Like it was very weird, and actually not really that good of a plot.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to talk about Denzel, he almost got in a fight during LeBron's career night.
Did he?
Oh yeah, him and Jay-Z grabbed him. He pulled him by his shirt.
Oh fuck no! I seen that. Okay, I don't think they were scrapping.
No, he was going to. He was getting in the fan's face because he kept taking pictures of them.
Oh wow.
That's
Okay.
what it was. It was like
Oh, I thought it was. I thought you meant those two scrapping. I was
no,
like, yeah,
no,
I
no,
don't know
no.
about that.
He was mouthing a fan. I don't
Yeah.
know what he said. I don't know. I wasn't courtside. I wasn't paying.
Yeah.
I don't have. Yeah. So he was saying something. He was going like this, and then he started to get big. Denzel was getting. He's like, come on,
Yeah. Yeah.
come on. And then Jay-Z grabbed him, and then Denzel's like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Come on, Unc. Come on, Unc.
Denzel is that old man at the barbecue. He's that old
Mhm.
guy at the barbecue. He's the uncle. He's
Fuck.
became
Well,
the uncle.
we've kind of turned off path a little bit, but
It's all right. I mean, like
we're here to
they
chat the
expect
fair.
it. We're
Yeah.
chatterheads, you know.
I
But yeah, I
suppose.
think
Yeah.
Yeah.
we covered everything that we wanted
Yeah.
to talk about. This
Something
was a
like there's
good
not a whole
podcast.
lot, whole lot. We can I don't know. Like you said, we're going off the top of our head, right?
Yeah, and weekly
Yeah.
podcasts, it takes it's harder to find shit because not a lot happens in the NBA on random weeks, right?
Yeah, in a week, a team could play what's going on Monday to Friday when we film. A team could play literally like once,
Yeah,
twice maybe.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it was been a great episode. The last episode was crazy, man. I know we're recording this early because we got stuff to do next week, but fuck, like that was crazy that we're at 173. I don't know what's gonna be at on Monday. If we
Honestly, I don't know
if
about you, Nick. I'll
we
continue. Sorry,
break
I'm cutting you off.
200, if we break 200, man, that's insane.
I think we should do what's called to. I don't know about how big everyone in here, but I would like to, seeing how the fight happens, I'd like to see Davis versus Garcia. If we
I
want
want
to
to
talk
cover
about that
that.
too.
I want to talk about
Yeah, I'd
that.
like to,
I'm
because I'm looking
coming.
forward to that.
I'm still coming over to your place for that fight though.
100%.
100%. But yeah, when's the next UFC fight? March 18th, I believe.
And I think Masvidal's in it, and the mine is Usman and
Leon Edwards.
Ian Edwards. Yeah, those are
That's
just
gonna
the
be a
big
good
names.
fight.
I'm not a big UFC guy, but I just know the mainstream names. So
Yeah. No, I'll be watching that whole card. I'll be
yeah.
watching the prelims and everything, so I have something to talk about.
Fuck, honestly, might have to. I'll hop on that with you. Honestly, UMD Burns. Just like I'll watch the
Bet.
event. I'll watch it just
Bet.
because I started watching more UFC. So I'll do
D
my little
Burns,
input, my casual input.
and it doesn't matter what anybody says about D Burns. That guy's a fucking stud. I
I
love
love
him, bro.
love D
I
Burns.
love D Burns. Anybody
Yeah.
who says they don't like D Burns is because they probably got their shit kicked in by D Burns because he's a fucking monster too.
If people are watching to this point in the video too, like you just know that like D Burns little appreciation post for D Burns.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
it.
love D Burns out here. Hopefully D Burns watches the whole podcast, but he will be the main UFC guy. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm
gonna be
fine
the
with that.
guy saying the fights and reading stats. He's gonna be the
Mhm.
one telling me about it.
Yeah, fuck. I'll take his input because I am very casual. I just kind of started getting into UFC, so
We're the Dave Portnoy's, we watch for, John
yeah, I got a lot.
Jones and
No, yeah, I got a lot to learn for UFC.
yeah. But yeah, so that's been this episode of Small Town Sports. Hopefully you guys tune in for the next one. Have a good one.